What's going on, YouTube? NFL Week 4 picks, and I know I didn't get to the rest of them last week. I'm sorry. I'm in up at a lake right now, so I kind of got a little bit of allergies, and I ended up getting a little sick, and I thought, well, screw it. But, so yeah, probably me being lazy, whatever. But my health comes first. But anyways, let's get this out of the way. This is getting fixed tomorrow. I can't wait. Trust me, I've had a million. What happened to this? What happened? You know, it's one of my... It's one of my pet peeves. It's like, hey, what happened? Hey, what happened? Where you been? You know, I made the video. Laffy Taffy, not so laffy. And, but no offense to anybody, but just saying, sometimes that gets annoying. Nice hat, huh? Yeah, that was a fun time. Anyway, Week 4 picks. We do old school here. We do notebook and pen and paper because taxi guys still got a flip phone. So, got to use the computer, look up point spreads. I know I'm probably doing the long way, but you know what? That's okay. I'm all right with that. I don't need social media. I don't need any. This is the only social media I do, if you want to call it that. Anyway, enough rambling. Tomorrow night's game, speaking of the Bengals, they're a 2.5-point favorite at home against Miami. Now, when was the last time a 1-2 team was favored over a 3-0 team? I think it's been quite a while. So that tells me there that even the experts don't really believe in Miami quite yet. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that Miami is not a good team because I believe they are. I think Tua is a good upcoming quarterback, but I do not believe they're as good as their record. I think they've been lucky, which can happen. They're good. I think they're a playoff team, but come on. They're not an undefeated team. They are right now, but out of luck, I think. But Cincinnati Bengals. Now, we all know, if you look at the last 3 games, Cincinnati could easily be 3-0 right now. The only reason they have lost in the first 2 games is because they shot themselves in the foot. I mean, come on, the first game was Pittsburgh. They should have beat them. They almost did, even with 5 turnovers. I mean, that goes to show you how bad Pittsburgh is. And they've lost every game since. So, Cincinnati should have won that game. They should have beat Dallas. But anyway, shoulda, coulda, woulda, doesn't matter. My point being is Cincinnati, when they lose, it seems like, under the Joe Burrow era, it's because they do it to themselves. So, I like the Cincinnati Bengals in this game. I think the Cincinnati Bengals are going to bring the Dolphins back down to earth. I think the Bengals are going to go to 2-2. And if that happens, they're in good shape. Then they'll be proven to people that their 0-2 start was just a bad shot shooting themselves in the foot. Now, if Miami does win this game, and I not only want to give them props, but chances are not, no offense to the Dolphins fans, I'm not saying they're not a good team again, but like I said, it seems like if the Bengals do lose, it's probably because of some shit they did. So, and don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see the Dolphins 3-0. That's really cool. But I like the Bengals in this game. Minnesota Vikings at New Orleans. Minnesota's a 2.5-point favorite. Well, it seems like the Saints have always owned the Vikings up till that recent playoff win where Case Keenum hit Stephon Diggs. We all seen that play, which was awesome. But I don't know, man. I don't believe in Kirk Cousins. I don't. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I don't think the Saints are really good either. Minnesota is probably going to win this game, but I'm going to take New Orleans at home to win it. I think Minnesota might, 2.5 points. That's pretty close. But I just like New Orleans. I don't believe in Minnesota right now. I really don't. Detroit Lions 7-point favorite at home against Seattle. Got both these teams are pretty terrible. One's in a rebuilding year. Well, 2 of them are both in rebuilding. Well, the Detroit Lions are just flat out terrible. Ever since the Matthew Stafford. If Matthew Stafford never would have came to town, Detroit would have been this bad the whole time. But 7 points is way too much to be given the Lions. I like the Seahawks, actually. Maybe I'll take the Lions at home, but 7 points is too much. Give me the Seahawks with the points. Lions win. Pittsburgh 4-point favorite at home against the Jets. If Pittsburgh can't beat the Jets, and I know everybody's going to say, listen, Jets fans, that win against Cleveland was a fluke. If you were playing anybody but the Cleveland Browns, that never would have happened. But the Jets they suck. So take Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh can't lose at home to the Jets. If Pittsburgh loses at home against the Jets, then it's time. I think Pittsburgh needs to look in a different direction. I really do. It might have to start Kenny Pickett. We'll see. Or even Mason Rudolph, for that matter. But anyway, I like the Steelers. I think the Steelers, this is a must-win for them. New York Giants 3-point favorite over Chicago. I'm sorry, I like the Bears in this game. I think the Giants 2-0 start was a 100% fluke. I don't believe in it. I like the Bears. And the Bears are actually not doing too bad right now. I like the Bears. Indianapolis 3.5-point favorite at home against the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee, I think, really needs to win this game. And the Colts just needed a much-needed win last week against the Chiefs, surprisingly, which I think that was a fluke. But I like Indy at home against the Titans. I do. So I like Indy. Mark that. LA Chargers 2.5 or 6.5. Oh my God. LA Chargers are 6.5-point favorite over Houston. Come on, man. Houston is garbage. Chargers are going to roll this team by 20. Take the Chargers. Cleveland 2.5-point favorite at Atlanta. I know Cleveland rebounded last week, but Pittsburgh is god awful. I like Atlanta. I do. Even though I think Jacoby Brissett is pretty good. But I know the whole thing with me, it should be Watson. Come on, NFL. Give me a break. But whatever. I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole other video. But you know what? I actually changed. I don't know. I like the Falcons. Screw it. I like the Falcons at home. Cleveland wins this game. Okay, then they're 3-1. Then all right, yeah. Because they should be 3-0, really. Honestly, another team that shot themselves in the foot. Dallas 3-point favorite against the Commanders. Well, yeah, I gotta take the Commanders. Oh my God, I am not with it today. I'm sorry. See, I'm still not right. I'm so foggy. Dallas will win at home against the Commanders. Another team that's terrible. Change them back to the Redskins. I mean, come on. I don't even know why they're in the league. Commanders, come on. Give me Dallas. Even though, yeah, I mean, Cooper Rush ain't bad, but Prescott needs to get back. Philly 7-point favorite at home against Jacksonville. Well, Jacksonville's actually turning my head this year. They're actually not looking too bad. Now, is it a fluke? It could be. I like Philly at home, though. Especially, I think, is Philly 3-0? I think they are. Yeah, Philly is 3-0. Yes, they are. I like Philly at home. 4-0 Philly. Another team that's shocked me this year. Buffalo, 3.5-point favorite at Baltimore. Now, both these teams, ironically, came off horrible losses to Miami. These teams should have beat Miami. But Buffalo, coming off that horrible, which one was it? I can't pick. One of these teams came off a horrible loss to Miami that they should have won. I like Buffalo on the road, actually. I really do. Give me Buffalo to 3.5 points. Carolina, 1.5-point favorite at home against Arizona. In my opinion, who really cares about this game? But I like Carolina at home. I told you I don't believe in Kyler Murray, and he's proven me right. He's like a little less subpar Andy Dalton. I like Carolina. Las Vegas Raiders, 2.5-point favorite over Denver. Nah, I'm taking Denver. I don't believe it. I like Denver to come off that really lucky victory they had against the 49ers. I like Denver to keep going. Get me Denver. Green Bay, 8.5-point favorite at home against New England. Well, come on. Green Bay is just, they're freaking good. You can't deny it. And New England, I just don't believe in them right now. I think Mac Jones is not playing his full potential. I don't think Bill Belichick is doing. Bill Belichick is always going to be Bill Belichick, but it seems like he's struggling with Mac Jones. But 8.5 points. I actually like the Patriots with 8.5 points, but I'll take the Packers at home. But I like the Patriots with the points. Sunday night, Kansas City 2.5-point favorite on the road at Tampa Bay. Both these teams coming off a loss. Both of them were winnable games. One of these teams has got to go until it's going to drop 2 in a row. Who's it going to be? Tom Brady at home? Pat Mahomes? God. 2 of the greatest right now. One of the greatest of all time and soon to be greatest of all time. I like the veteran. I like the veteran at home. I got to go with Tampa Bay. LA Rams. And the Monday Nighter, by the way. LA Rams at San Francisco. San Francisco, a 2.5-point favorite. I like San Francisco at home. After that horrible loss they had against Denver, and I think that easily could have been won. But Yeah, I like the 49ers at home. So anyway, there's your picks, people. Like I said, I'm sorry about last week, but anyway, I don't know what I was going to say there. Anyway, let's see if you can see this. Nice view, huh? As a matter of fact, I'm going to see if you can see the whole shebang. Got the nice sunset. And ain't that beautiful? Just awesome. Anyway, guys, see you next week.